welcome back to some more Brute content. So in the last video, we put the 29.5 Outlaw 2s and 14-inch MSA wheels on, took her out, hit our very first hole in this thing, had an absolute blast, but we quickly realized that we got some clearance issues. So even just driving around the yard, she's trying to scrub the fenders. You cannot turn this thing tight at all, and so that is a major problem. So we're gonna go ahead and install a 2-inch high lifter lift kit. I was going to get this, as well as our radiator relocate and a couple other things powder coated before installing them. But apparently none of my local powder coating companies want to deal with small items. Maybe there's just not any money in it, but I've contacted multiple. I've received one text message back, and then after I told them what I was looking to get powder coated, they just flat out have not replied. Totally ghosted me, which is very annoying. So in order to keep this build going, we're gonna go ahead and just install this thing. Maybe it'll look cool with our neon racks. Either way, once we do everything, we'll tear it all back apart and powder coat it, because I wanted to get the racks done, literally everything, completely change up the look, keep the fragmented camo, but just make her a lot more custom. So in the last video, we did tighten up our suspension to the tightest setting in an attempt to help with the clearance issue, and it did end up gaining about a full inch of height. However, now it rides like a freaking wooden wagon, so we're loosening those babies all the way back up because we want to gain the height through the lift kit and yet keep the suspension soft so it still rides good. Now, it measured exactly 17 inches to the bottom of this ball, how it currently was with the shocks turned up. Now that we loosen the front and the rear, we should be sitting right at 16 inches, which we are. So if you want a quick lift for free, tighten your shocks up. But just know, it ain't gonna ride good. We're gonna go ahead and start with the front. Let's jack this thing up, get the front wheels and tires off. Now we're going to use a 14 mil to disconnect the top of the strut. Go ahead and do this on both sides. Swap to the other side, so hopefully the lighting is a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and slide in our front lift bracket. Now we're going to take the back side of the lift bracket, put our bolt through, put your spacer in. If you forget this, you're going to absolutely pancake this thing and it's not going to be a good day. Put it on the back bolt. Throw your nut on there. Do the same thing on the other side so this thing gets flat. And I did have to cut one zip tie that was holding some wires down in the middle because you want this thing to sit flat on the frame. Don't pinch anything. Now the instructions don't say to loosen your control arm bolts, but these bushings are not going to be living at this current place. They're going to be at a different ride height, so they'll be kind of fighting themselves. So we'll go ahead and loosen them, get everything mounted properly, and then we will tighten them back up once the foiler is on the ground. We want to go bolt, then washer in between the bracket and the shock. Go through, another washer on this side, and then through to our other bracket. Come on, you turkey. I'm actually gonna pick it up now. There we go. I think I got these bolts in backwards, but I don't think it freaking matters. These bolts are gonna be 17 mils. And I also loosen the lower shock bolt. Just have everything absolutely free as can be before we tighten it all down. Gotta do the other side, but front lift kit is done. Now before I put our wheels and tires on and button everything up, I do wanna go in here and put dielectric grease on everything that I can find. So start with the spark plugs. Where's she at? Just got this little tube off of Amazon. It's to help waterproof everything. So we're gonna be putting this on all of our connectors, our spark plugs, underneath the seat, fuses, everything like that. And once we do the snorkel install, when we take the plastics off, we'll absolutely do everything. But we're gonna go ahead and get ahead of the curve right now and just get to the things that we can. Front is officially done. She's definitely got a little squat to her. Should we leave her leaning, boys? I'm just kidding, we're not gonna leave her leaning, but definitely raised it up. We'll get the measurements after. Let's go ahead and get started on the rear. Let's go ahead and remove our top shock bolts. Don't have to take the tires off on the back. Pick the tire up some, drop our shock out. Now I'm going to go ahead and loosen up the lower control arms, as well as our lower shock bolt. Now we can put our bracket in place. Make sure you put this spacer in here. Same thing on the other side. Then you can put your backside bracket on. Throw the nut on there. Now we can get our shock into place. Make sure you put this washer on the inside, touching the shock, both sides. Throw your nut on the back. There it is. Last step of the lift install is going to be installing these sway bar drop brackets. So we're going to go ahead and take those 2 bolts out and put this in between the sway bar and the frame. These are going to be 12 mils. Take our supplied bolts using the washer on the bottom. Just mount it back in the factory location. And just like that, our install is done. Just did a little ride to get everything settled. Let's go ahead and put the tape measure to her before we get her dirty. And I'll have on screen all of our measurements for before. So now we're sitting at over 18 inches to the hitch or the ball. Underneath, we're like 15.5 probably to the bottom of that skid plate. On the side, we're now sitting right at 17 inches. The front, let's see, I know I got it up to the Kawasaki. Right there, we're sitting right at 27 inches. And now underneath in the front, she is sitting right over 13.5 inches. Now, I did just test drive it, like I said, and it still freaking rubs just ever so slightly when you're turning. It gets into the floorboard right there. So we might end up having to do some aftermarket floorboards on her. But for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and crank the front shocks about halfway up. See what that gains us. If it rides too stiff, we'll bring it back down, but that might be just enough clearance for everything to be perfectly fine. There's no way that 2 clicks gave us a full inch, and I did bounce on it and stuff. They were what, 13.5 down below? Holy freaking crap. Maybe it's gotta settle some more. We'll leave it as is, see if everything feels happy. Almost forgot the most important thing and the entire reason why I did the freaking lift kit. We gotta see if she's valid now, boys. Oh, baby. She is so valid. No. Still touches in the front. Dadgummit, we're gonna have to crank her all the way up, Chewy. We're just gonna have to. Not really, we're gonna leave it, but got the back clearing. Still not the front. Now, before we go for our first ride, there is one last thing that we got to do, and that is removing our silencer baffle. A lot of y'all commented saying that these things sound absolutely sick with just this removed. Now, of course, we're going to be doing a full exhaust and everything, but for the time being, let's go ahead and take this thing off. Holy crap. Here's a before sound. Man, I have been itching to get this thing out and actually ride. I cannot wait. So we're gonna go ahead, play around in the mud hole first, get nice and dirty, and then we'll head down to the swamp, get this thing cleaned off, and hopefully do some pretty sick water wheelies. All right, let's throw her in low range, 2-wheel drive. Let's have some fun, boys. This thing is so freaking fun. Deep enough to do water wheelies, but not deep enough to sink the thing. I need to check what tire pressure I have in this thing. I need to go back to the house and do that because I never checked once they mounted them. That's what we're talking about. Get back in that rut. Yeah, it's so floaty. Not necessarily in the front. Like, this bike loves doing wheelies, but it just feels like the rear is just floating up. There we go. Oh, there it is. Not our tires having 20 PSI in them. This thing is probably gonna ride like a completely different animal now. Oh, it does. It digs. It freaking digs. I absolutely love the videos where, just like I'm fixing to do, the front tires, they don't move, they're not rolling, they're just freaking chilling. Oh, it looks so freaking sick. Now I know everybody and their brother is doing the whole skimming and just going freaking wild, wide open, which I plan to do once we're snorkeled, but just something so satisfying about creeping on through a mud hole and then just popping her up, dude. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. We've officially made it to the swamp, and it's definitely a lot lower than it was the other day where we about swamped her right here. We're gonna just do it in two-wheel because, I mean, we got Outlaws. We should be good, right? We're just gonna go ahead and send her. Ate it up, boy. I can't wait to play in that. We honestly might can right now. We'll just ease off in her. Seems like it's pretty hard packed. I can see the bottom right now. Unless my eyes deceive me, it looks like we're pretty good. Oh. Okay, okay, test pass done. We're good, boys, we're good. We can play in her now. Oh, it's just ripping. Oh, oh, we're getting a little far over. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Come on. That's so much fun. I think we can go all the way up to the tunnel itself, but might be a little dumb. Also don't want to get all on this bull crap, get hung up underneath. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh, oh. See if we can go all the way to the front without getting hung up on anything or getting stuck. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a giant freaking spider. Holy crap. I'm gonna go pull this crap out of the way so we can play a little bit better. Holy crap, look at that spider. That's humongous. Is that my four-wheeler making that noise? Oh, dude, I bet we could pull through there. Ugh. Get that crap out of the way. And yes, that is my four-wheeler making that whistling noise. Is the fan running? I don't know what the crap that is. That's new. The bottom in this thing is so all over the place. One spot soft, one place super hard. Also got to get me a new helmet because I know I look like a goofball out here with this motorcycle helmet on, but that is how I get good audio while riding. That's it right there. That's the feeling I like. Front tires just up in the air. Don't be a stump. Oh, oh. Can it crawl out of the bank? Oh, it freaking did. Like a beast. Dude, I'm actually so sad right now. You can tell by the grass how high it was. I mean, there was a good 2-3 foot up over this. We didn't get anywhere near over here. And now it's just the creek. I am so sad right now. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the old beef is over there taking a dirt nap. I don't know what the crap happened. What is this over here? Is this a beaver trap? Is that a beaver trap? There's another one over there. Oh my gosh, it's got a freaking goose in it. Yo, what the heck? Of course this would happen as soon as we get a four-wheeler and we can come out here and ride. Ah, that freaking sucks. It seems like the mud's on top and then there's hardpack down below. It just ain't worth risking it out here by myself. No winch, no help, nothing. Crap, man, that sucks. We had so much fun out here the other day. And now, it is no more. Holy crap, the freaking brute is looking disgusting right now, though. Love that. Yeah, this sucks. Got her, send her back through one more time, cool her off, do another little water wheelie because I just freaking love it. There it is. Oh, there it is, baby. There it is. All the way out. Come on. Oh, yeah. Skating. Just got done giving the old brute a much needed bath and she is looking good, sitting nice and tall now that we got our 2-inch high lifter lift kit installed. Can't lie, I am a little bit disappointed that we still rub some. Dadgummit. She still gets on the backside right there, turning it sharp, which that freaking sucks. Is that all brutes? Is this one special? I don't know. I saw someone comment saying they put 27-inch tires on theirs, how I had mine originally stocked, and they were rubbing. So 29.5s it's a big freaking tire. So we might end up needing to get floorboards. Drop a comment on which brand to go with, which one actually fits good, because I don't want to get one that's all janky and stuff. I know there's some out there on some of the other brands. I haven't even looked to see what's offered for the brute forces yet. And I'm also pretty depressed about the swamp situation, dude. I cannot believe we literally had a four-wheeler for a month and now it's drained. Super sad about that. I guess that just means that we're gonna be going to a park sooner than later. So I think up next is going to be our snorkels. We do need to do the radiator relocate as well, but I mean, what's the point of doing that before the snorkels? I don't really know. Drop a comment. Radiator relocate or snorkels. Be sure to drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Ring that bell notification. I'll see y'all boys in the next one.